to start in a moment. Just getting set up. How to make our turmeric scrub step by step. How is everyone's day going? So we are making our turmeric scrub, body scrub, step by step, and at the end we will show the formulation. The full formulation. So just a few the items that we will need. So we already have our shea butter. This is our shea butter. We weighed it out before getting on live. All the ingredients that we will need is shea butter, hemp oil, and emulsifying wax, rosehip oil, turmeric. You can use turmeric powder or you can use turmeric extract, lemon essential oil, and you could do a blend of lemon essential oil and bergamot essential oil, licorice root extract or powder, whichever one you prefer, vitamin E, a preservative, and we're going to use Manuka honey. So we are going to show you our step-by-step how to make it, and then at the end we will give you the full formula. Everything that you need you can sell your own body butter. This is your own body scrub. This is our step-by-step. Oh, and also you'll need an exfoliant. This one we were using Himalayan salt because we no longer use sugar when we are doing our body scrub formulation. So first you will begin by, weighing out everything. So in this case, we weighed out our shea butter beforehand. So now I'm going to go in and weigh out our oils as well. And then after that, we're going to do the double boiling method. So this has two phases. It is our butter and oils phase, then our additives will be in another bowl, and then we will mix it after our butter phase cools down, combine them, blend them, and then we will add our salt as the last step. So first, I already went in with the shea butter. So now I will go in with hemp oil. And we actually don't have hemp oil, so I will be using a different oil, but this will be where you put your hemp oil in as. And for this recipe, I am making 20 ounces of body scrub. So this is a different oil, but this will be the hemp oil essentially that I will be putting in. And we did used to use cane sugar as our exfoliant, But, you know, just always evolving, always looking for better options to use in our body butter. I mean, you know, just in our skincare formulas. We were going to use jojoba beads, but they're a little bit on the more expensive side, and we still want to make our products affordable. So Himalayan salt, any kind of salt, the purest form of salt is a better exfoliant than sugar, because cane sugar, while it is a cleaner version, it is still processed. So we want to use something, you know, more natural. Okay, so we did, that was our hemp oil, or our replacement for hemp oil. So shea butter, hemp oil. Then next we're going to go in with our next oil, which will be rosehip oil. And rosehip oil is great for all skin types. It absorbs into the skin. It has a fast absorption rate. So when you are looking up oils, you want to look for the oils that have the fastest absorption rate, meaning that they won't just be too greasy on the skin. They won't be thick, so that they won't clog your pores or be comedogenic. So non-comedogenic. Going in with rose hip. I'm just okay. Rose hip oil. So someone said, "Is this ice cream?" No, this is not ice cream. We are making a turmeric body scrub. Our turmeric body scrub that is actually on our website. We're giving you all the full recipe, the step by step, how to do it. Okay. And then we are just going to go in with our emulsifying wax, which helps to combine our oil and water, because our extracts, they are water based, they aren't oil based. So you do need something that will bind the ingredients together, and we will be using emulsifying wax for that. So now that we have our oil, do you use cold pressed hemp oil? I know the oils need to be refrigerated. Oils, they actually don't have to be refrigerated as long as you keep them at a good temperature. And all oils have a shelf life. So as long as you keep it out of direct sunlight and in a cool dark spot, it will be fine. Because if you do put it into direct sunlight, they can go rancid. So just making sure to protect them, and then they're in a good temperature. So now that we have our oil phase measured out, we are going to put it on the stove. We're going to use a double boiler method, which consists of a pot filled with water, and we're going to put this on top of the pot. That way that you're not putting it directly to the heat, which will kill the nutrients. And you want to put it on the lowest temperature to continue to keep those good nutrients in the butter. Okay. So I am going to go get a pot. I'll be right back. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we will answer them. So we got our pot of water. Going to put it on the stove. So our stove's right there. And I don't know if I answered, are we using cold press? Yes, we are using cold press. Cold press. Gotta plug this up. Sorry, that was really, was it already in the pot? No, it wasn't in the pot. We're about to put it in the pot now. For those just coming, we just measure out. Already measured out shea butter before getting on live. So we measured out shea butter, another oil because we don't have hemp oil. Well, we usually put hemp oil. So shea butter, hemp oil, and rosehip oil and emulsifying wax because we are putting water-based additives. Okay. Then just putting, if y'all saw, just putting our heat base on the double boiler, just so y'all can see. And we'll put that on low. And while that is on low, we will be measuring out our additives. Okay, so we will be using turmeric. We're going to be using turmeric extract instead of powder. You can opt for powder form if you would like, but for this, we're just going to be using turmeric extract. Either or is fine. We just use, if you don't want to use emulsifying wax, you can use turmeric powder. They still have the same effect, but the extract does penetrate the skin barrier faster. So that's why we use extracts versus powder form. Okay. So there's turmeric. Then we're gonna go in with licorice root. Again, this is another extract. You can use powder. We do have powder form for everything. I can just show you what the powder form looks like, just in case anybody was wondering. So this is the licorice root powder form. Licorice root powder form. Just in case you don't want to work with an emulsifying wax, you can use powder form. And this is the turmeric powder. You know, just different options, different people want to use different things. We did used to use powder form, but we started to use extracts because we did notice they have better results. Okay, licorice root. And turmeric, licorice root, lemon. Lemon is great. So this is our dark spot, our fading, brightening dark spot scrub. If you haven't noticed, that's why there's turmeric, licorice root, then we add lemon, honey, because turmeric is great for fading dark spots. It has a very good effect. It's natural, it's not harsh on the skin, so it can also be used for people with sensitive skin. Whereas, they do have another fading additive that we really don't suggest, which is kojic acid. It's a little harsher, and a lot of people have experienced burns. It's causing them to break out. So this is, natural. It's very sensitive on the skin. It's not harsh at all, and it doesn't cause burning. And turmeric is actually anti-inflammatory, so it helps with, inflammation. Okay. So now we're gonna add our lemon. So you can do a mix of lemon and bergamot. They work really well together. And lemon is also another additive, another very great brightening and it's another great brightening agent. As you know, lemons are very astringent, so they help to pull. They help to pull. So okay, got that. Next, do you put it on low simmering heat when using the double boiling method? Yes, we do put it on low because we don't want to. If you put it too high, you can burn the oils and butter. So you want to keep it on the lowest heat possible to keep all the nutrients and to keep everything, all the good benefits that you will get from the ingredients. You want to put it on low when you are doing the double boiling method. Good question. So we added our turmeric, lemon, licorice root, and then we're gonna go in with vitamin E, honey, and a preservative. So vitamin E helps your oils to not go rancid. As I stated before, if you do put your oils out in the sun, it's a faster chance of them to go rancid. So vitamin E helps with that process, and vitamin E is also a great oil for different things. So if you have any questions, please don't ask. Please ask. Okay. So we're gonna go on to our vitamin E, and just a little bit more information on vitamin E. It is an antioxidant. It helps, protect your skin from free radicals and UV radiation. It helps to actually prevent aging and environmental damage. So it not only does it help the oils to not go rancid, but it also helps with the skin. It helps to calm inflammation. It helps with skin repair. Like if you have sunburns, it helps with skin regeneration for the cells. It helps with numerous things. As you know, oils, herbs, all of the botanical and medicinal properties of these different ingredients, they have several purposes. They serve for different things, so that's why they really but yes, that's why the oils and the different herbs are really good because they're versatile. You can use them for different things. You can, while turmeric is for fading dark spots and brightening the skin, you can also use it, to it helps to heal wounds. It helps if you have, you're dealing with inflammation. You could take it as it helps with the gut. So it's just different things that they are good for. They help with internal health as well as external. So just doing your different research can be really helpful. Is there a vitamin E oil you like best for longevity and effectiveness? These are great questions. So we do use this vitamin E oil and see how even on this it says vitamin E oil for scars because vitamin E oil helps with scars as well. As previously stated, it helps with skin cell regeneration, which helps with the scarring process and healing of the skin. This is the vitamin E that we use a lot. Because, as said, people use vitamin E for helping the oils not to go rancid, but it has so many other properties that a lot of people don't talk about. And just want to share, a couple things that it does help with. But this is the vitamin E oil that we do use. I can't remember. Did I already pour some in? Can you all let me know if I already poured it in? The vitamin E. Please let me know if I poured it in. I don't think I did. Okay, so let me pour it in. Okay, vitamin E. I don't know. And if I did, it's okay. It won't hurt to add a little extra. No, okay, thank you. I forgot there a little bit. Okay. So the next ingredient that we will be adding is Manuka honey. And it's a lot of discussion going around where people were saying that honey isn't good for you. And I would actually strongly disagree. Honey has been around for thousands and thousands of years. And you've seen across, the centuries and even in ancestral history, all of the great things that people were able to do with honey, and it's many, many, many healing properties. Like you can heal wounds with honey. Honey just has so many properties. It's a natural humectant. It draws moisture to the skin. Honey is just great. Like and honey can even act as a preservative. Cause the one thing, it was a video that went around and it was just mind blowing. It said that honey, they like brought up some ancient honey from thousands of years ago, and to this day, it's still good. It was saying like that honey doesn't expire, but I wouldn't, even though honey can act as a preservative, I wouldn't say that you should use honey instead of a preservative, because while honey itself is stable to stabilize a whole formulation that is different, you still need a preservative if you want to stabilize you know, just to keep the product effective, because you know you want products. People, it's a debate going around whether preservatives are good or bad, but just doing your research and knowing the right preservative to use is key, because all things that are created, they're not bad for you. Just knowing what's put in it, you know, how it was made, the process it's going through is important before you just dismiss it. So that's what I would say about preservatives. So yes, we are going to put in Manuka honey. If you have any questions, please ask. Please ask. Okay. Any questions? I want to make sure that I have all the questions answered. What have you asked more already? Okay, I answered that question. What's put? Okay, so different people ask. So I'm just gonna answer it again. So what is put in the bowl? Hi, we have two bowls. So over here is our butters and oils and emulsifying wax, which is shea butter, hemp oil, and rosehip oil and emulsifying wax. In this bowl right here, so that bowl is the heat, the oils and butters. This bowl right here is turmeric extract, licorice extract, vitamin E, and lemon essential oil. So that is all that we have in there thus far. And we're about to add our Manuka honey. Okay. And if you have any more questions, I definitely will answer them. Okay. It smells so good already. See, just look at that. Honey, it's just so good. Antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory. It's antioxidant. It's just so much. Helps with hyperpigmentation. Helps to brighten the skin. At this point, you could say, what doesn't honey do? Really. Okay. So now that we've done that, all that's left is to add our preservative. So we're gonna put this to the side. And as far as our exfoliant, we're using Himalayan salt. And when we do put our exfoliant, we put how much of our whole batch. So the formulation percentage, which was 20 ounces, we will put the same amount of Himalayan salt as we put in the base. So our base is 20 ounces. We will put 20 ounces of Himalayan salt. That is how we measure out the base to the exfoliant. Tell us the weight of the materials. Everything, all of the whole formulation will be at the end. Okay, we have another question. What kind of things do you use? What kind of things do you use the powders for? Hair care, skin care, deep moisturizing. Are the powders more effective in terms of benefit than oils? When would you recommend using them? Okay, these are all great questions. So as far as when can you use powders? You can use powders across all products. You can use them hair care. You can use them hygiene. You can use powders and deodorants. You can use it as toothpaste. We just actually posted a toothpaste a toothpaste recipe on our Instagram, which was turmeric powder, coconut oil, and cloves. So you can use powder across any products that you create. You can use powders to make a deep conditioner, shampoo. You can put it in shampoos. You can put it in facial wash. You can put it in oils. You can put powders in everything. And also the good thing about powders is that they actually can act as exfoliants, like a exfoliating property. Powders can act as exfoliating property because of the texture. So that's something good. The next question, deep moisturizing. Yes, you can use it for hair care. You can use it for skincare. Deep moisturizing. You can use powders for pretty much everything. Are the powders more effective in terms of benefits than oils? So, excuse the noise. What? As you can see, the bowl just not the bowl fell, but it's okay. Anyways, continuing on to the question. Are powders more effective in terms of benefits than oils? Um, I wouldn't say one is more effective than another because oils, you know, we have different oils that actually come from herbs. You can pretty much extract and make an oil out of most components. So you know, different things like botana oil. You have wow, how's it? Jojoba oil. You have rosehip oil. You have apple seed oil, which comes from apples. You know, you just have a lot of oils, avocado oils, olive oil. So I wouldn't say one is more effective than other, but I could say that each oil or powder, they're better suited in targeting different things, if that makes sense. So, um, like apple seed oil, for example, apple seed oil is good. It helps to fade dark spots as well. And um, I would use apple seed oil in a fading, like if I'm doing something to fade dark spots rather than using castor oil, if that makes sense. But castor oil is great for hair growth. It helps to helps with length retention. It helps to um but I hope that answers the question. If that makes sense. Like I wouldn't say that one is more effective than other. They just have different properties for different areas. So I wouldn't put one higher than the other. I would just say that they can be used for different things and to be better for that specific condition or that specific solution that you're working to target. I hope that makes sense. If that makes sense, let me know, please. And if it doesn't, I will explain it more. But while we are waiting for our other solution to melt and we let out our additive phase, I just want to answer questions if you guys have any questions. And these are some actually really good questions. Okay, that was another question. When would you recommend using them? So, when would I recommend using the powders or oils? I mean, as far as powders, you can use them whenever. Okay. Powders, they're really good for everything, but in terms of when I use them the most, I would say like as a mask. Um, we actually add powder in our beard wash. We added some barberry powder Trying to think, because most of, okay, we add powder in our body butter, our hibiscus body butter. We add hibiscus powder, and hibiscus is what you would call nature's Botox. It's anti-aging. It helps to reduce wrinkles, fine lines, and it helps to make your skin more youthful. So we do use hibiscus powder in one of our body butters. So it really depends, because I haven't really found a good hibiscus extract. So we use a powder. So I guess when do you use them? It's really based on what you prefer. If you prefer, powders, or if you prefer extracts. Because sometimes if you do over pour on powders, it can make the, let's take for instance body butters. It can make the body butters grainy. It can give it that sandy feel. And that's, some people like that, some people don't. So it depends on your target audience. It depends on who the product is for and who you're selling it to. That's what it depends on most, because while you may like it, your target audience might not like it. But if you're just making it for yourself, it really depends on, what you want to do. What do you prefer? So that was a good question. Any more questions? So we have, and going back into salts, as we know, salt is very, 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 very great. It's very good for healing. If you didn't know, if you know yourself, or if you have wounds or anything, and you go into the seawater, it has been several studies to show how powerful salt water is for the body. Even eating, it shows how powerful it is by, if you have a glass of water and you add a pinch of salt, it can alkalize. It adds I'm getting it adds so many benefits to the water. Just versus drinking the water by itself, and adding a pinch of salt, it would do so many things to your body. So many things. So yes, Himalayan salt is great. Salt is very cleansing. It cleanses. Salt is very, it has so many good properties. So many good properties. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so after our butter and oils melt, we're gonna put it in the refrigerator so that it can, harden up. Can the powders be used for color? Yes. Oh, okay. Wow. Thank you for reminding me, because that's also another way you can use powders as a natural colorant. So we don't use micas. We don't use dyes, because dyes, they're very harmful to your endocrine system. We don't use micas because they're synthetic. They're actually harmful too. A lot of people use micas and they say they're vegan, but the term vegan is not really, that's why we don't say we're a vegan company. We say plant-based, because vegan and plant-based is different. Plant-based means that it comes from the plants. Vegan means it can be synthetic, it can be lab produced. So we specifically say plant-based because we use plant-based products. We use plant-based additives. So as far as powders being used for colorants, yes, that's actually what we use as our colorants for our hibiscus scrub. I can show you all. It turns our hibiscus scrub. It's not really, as bright as it would be for, a mica, like using micas or a dye, but it's still, um, it still gives a nice color. It doesn't really need to be that colorful, because when you can tell if a product is organic or synthetic just by how it looks. So this is pink. You might not really be able to see it because the camera makes it but this is pink, so maybe I can show you a white versus a pink so you all can see the difference. Let's see. Okay, so this is white versus pink. Yeah, the camera's not really picking it up, but yeah. Pink, white. I hear that micas also has the ability to have lead properties, particles in them also. Yes. Just we really want to stay away from synthetic properties because they have more harm than good. So you really want to watch out for that. But yes. And then even for our turmeric scrub, not turmeric scrub. Our, what is this? I'm having like a, my brain, what is going on? This is our Euphoric Elegance cream, and we use turmeric, and it's a bright, beautiful. Oh, and another reason, just as far as turmeric, why we use turmeric extract versus powder, because we noticed that when we do use turmeric powder, it does stain versus using an extract. But if you use a little bit of turmeric, it won't stain your clothes. And if you mix it with like chickpea flour, because chickpea flour is also great at fading dark spots. So it's so many properties that are actually good for fading dark spots rather than using kojic acid. That's why we really highly suggest that you don't use kojic acid, because there's so many other benefits, so many other additives, ingredients that are great with fading dark spots, that are natural, that are great for all skin types, that won't be harmful to the skin, that won't ruin your skin barrier. Because kojic acid, even though, you know, for some people it works in a sense, but it's not really working because it makes your skin barrier more sensitive. So you have to work extra hard to, you know, put other things on your face to not damage it completely. But when you are using those harsh chemicals, and also just wanted to throw this out there, that everything that says acid, it isn't bad, because we do have acids within our body. So just doing your different research to know which acids work well with the body and which acids don't. So just putting it out there. Hey, I just started using our products last night. Editing a video supposed this year. Meant to say this week. Oh, that's nice. Yes, thank you. Let me know how it goes. And I want to know how you like it. Okay, so our butters are, hold on. I don't even think I turned, okay. I didn't even turn the stove on, so that will take a little bit longer. But any more questions, keep asking. These questions are good. Really good. So far, so good. Hallelujah. That's all. That's good to hear. Great to hear. Our Euphoric Elegance, that is one of our most bought, frequently bought, best-selling product. Our Euphoric Elegance bundle, which consists of a facial wash, Facial wash, a moisturizer, and a serum. It's really great. And I can show you all some how it transformed my skin. I was having, a hormonal imbalance after becoming after giving birth to my son. I had a really bad hormonal breakout. And while yes, it's internal, but you can still do things because even if you fix internally and you put in the wrong products on your skin, it can still result in breaking out more and different things. Or even if you're not washing your phone, because some people put their phone to their face, which I would not recommend because of the radiation. When you are, taking calls or resting, you want to put your phone as far away from you as possible. Even when it's charging, you want to put it as far away from you as possible. But as far as cleaning your phone, because if you think about it, you're typing on your phone, then you put your phone down, you might go out, you put your phone down on the surface. So every time that it's coming in contact with these different substances, these different microscopic bacteria and different things that you can't see, it's not able to be you're not able to see it through your natural eyes. You have to use a microscope. That's why it's microscopic. But just think about all those germs that the phone itself is coming in contact to. So why it's important to wipe your phone off when you are using it, to wash your hands before you're washing your face, because it's a lot of germs, it's a lot of bacteria out here. On our day to day, we don't really see what other people are doing, and you're touching doorknobs, you open up doors. It's just so many different things. So that's why we practice cleanliness. You want to be as clean as possible. You know, wiping down when you go out and you come back in, take a shower, wash your hands, change your clothes. Just do as much as you can to just stay clean, because it's a lot of disease out here. A lot of diseases you can't really recognize off of looking at them if you're not able to, you know, discern and be able to see the different things. But yeah, so back to the facial bundle. Um, yeah, so you want to wash because skincare is not just about what you put on your skin. It's about what you're eating internally, what you're taking in internally, what the things around you. So your phone, make sure you're washing your pillowcases, you're washing your sheets. Um, what else? Because it's different things that go into it. You want to make sure that you're just keeping a clean space, and as well as a clean mentality, because your mental health does go into your skin. It affects your skin. It has your mental, the way the different things you think. It sends signals to your body, so you want to be mindful of. It's not just an external thing. It's very much internally as it is externally. So just keeping in mind those different things. Okay. How do you feel about vegetable glycerin? I have seen some that are organic, and I'm just curious about your opinion. So as far as vegetable glycerin, we actually use that in majority of our products. Um, Vegetable glycerin is great. It's really good for the skin. It's a humectant, which means it draws moisture to the skin. Um, and organic. Um, so when it comes to products, you really want to do as much research as possible as far as the company, how they process different things, because while certain things do say organic, it may not be, unfortunately, because people aren't being honest, they aren't having integrity. So you still want to do your research, do your proper research, look at different reviews, just to get a better understanding of how it's sourced and different things. So as far as vegetable glycerin, we do use that in almost all of our products for its, many benefits. These are great questions. I appreciate all the questions. Thank you so much. And pardon me, I don't really do live this often, so still, getting into the process, but want to make it something that's more every day, or not every day, but weekly, so that I can add as much value to you all as possible. But if you all have any questions, just keep asking. I will get to them one by one. And if you didn't know, we are on live on Instagram and on YouTube. So if you don't see the questions, it's coming from, YouTube. Let me make sure I answer. How do you feel about vegetable glycerin? Yeah. Yeah, so vegetable glycerin is very good. It's very hydrating. It helps to draw in moisture, and it's especially good for, in the winter months. It's right, like right now it's really good because a lot of people deal with dryness. So you want to add more humectants like Manuka honey, glycerin, hyaluronic acid, aloe vera. It's a lot of humectants that help with dryness, and they're also gentle. So just continuously looking for those gentle things that won't damage the skin barrier. So questions. Okay, so just to show you all, our oils are almost, I would say almost done. About a couple more minutes because unfortunately I forgot to turn on the stove. So this is what we're working on. Yes. Any more questions? I think I'm just gonna turn around the camera and talk to you all while we're waiting for that to. I was gonna do a video on 10 herbs is good for beginners. I might just incorporate that into this live. So give me one moment. questions? Is everyone? Any questions? Okay, no questions. So, hi. While we wait for our butters. Okay, maybe it's while we wait for our butters to finish melting, just ask some different questions. Let me get this together. Okay. How is everyone doing? Okay, there we go. So maybe I'm going to do it this way because one moment. Technical difficulties. Well, not really technical difficulties, but while we are waiting for PD recommend, please. So are you asking what do I recommend for dry skin? Oh gosh. So what do I recommend for dry skin? So are you asking from our products or when are you asking? It would be lovely to know. Please do you recommend for dry skin? Excuse me. So if you're asking from out of our products, what do we recommend for dry skin? All of our body butters are dry and sensitive skin. Okay, so that was a key detail. So for dry and sensitive skin, we will recommend our eczema cream because you say you have sensitive skin, so yeah, from your products and generally too. Okay, sensitive skin, we actually posted several videos on maybe 2 or 3 videos on our Instagram about different recipes that you all can use to make your own body butter, because as we know, a lot of people from our following is international. So yes, we do ship to Nigeria, we ship internationally, we ship everywhere, but while we do ship everywhere, some, you know, to ship internationally it is costly. So, and we want to show you all how to make your own products. It's not just about getting, you know, getting money for us. We want to help you all. That's why we do several videos to show you all how to make your own products and different things. So we do have a specific body butter for sensitive skin that we posted, and it contains shea butter, rose hip, calendula oil, um, calendula oil, and it has different herbs in there. But that one was specifically for eczema prone skin. So if you don't have eczema, all you have to do is take out all the herbs, and you can, or you can keep the herbs in there because they still have several beneficial properties, if even if you aren't suffering from eczema. So either or, you can use the herbs, or you can take the herbs out if you don't want to go and buy all those herbs specifically. So just as a base for sensitive skin, you can use shea butter. Where can I get the link, please? So you can either go to our bio. We have a YouTube video on how to make a body butter step by step, and we have some on our page to how to make a body butter step by step. Shorter videos on our Instagram and long form videos on our YouTube. So whichever you prefer. If you prefer more detail, more, more steps that actually explain to you and walk you through the process versus us just, going on Instagram, is a shorter form. So it is faster paced. So whichever you prefer, if you prefer long form or short form, YouTube for long form, Instagram for short form. And we also have those same videos from our Instagram on our YouTube. So whichever ones you do prefer. And those for joining, we are making the scrub. We're waiting for the oils to melt before we put it in the freezer so it can solidify, and then we can mix our oil phase and our water phase together. So if you were wondering why, we aren't showing you all the turmeric scrub, it's because it is currently still melting, and I can show you all it's still melting on the stove while we are patiently waiting. I just decided to talk with you all. So if you have any questions, please comment them and we will answer your questions. Someone asked, what is something, the best things for dry, sensitive skin? So we said shea butter. It's a body butter, if that's what you were asking for. If you're asking for oil or, well, let me see what specifically. Do you ship to Nigeria? Okay, she just said, what do you recommend for dry and sensitive skin? So if you were talking about a body butter, shea butter, you can use shea butter, jojoba oil, cocoa butter is good, avocado butter, but that's a little bit more on the pricey side, and cocoa butter is also on the more pricier side due to a lot of places over in, Africa, El Cabulan aren't, well, at least the vendor that we use, they said that it's not, they're not really focusing that much on, producing cocoa butter. So it was a shortage, so prices did increase. So if you're looking for something, more accessible, something that's within, reason, you can do shea butter. Shea butter, you can do rosehip oil or jojoba oil. They're both good. They're both very lightweight oils that absorb fast into the skin, and they're lightweight oils that absorb fast into the skin. They're not gonna make your skin oily, or they're non-comedogenic, so they won't clog your pores and they won't cause acne if you use them the correct way. So you have shea butter, you have mango butter, cocoa butter, jojoba oil, rosehip oil, sensitive skin, calendula oil. What else? If you're just saying like anything, it's so many things. So maybe to make it more specific, so I can answer the question more specifically in detail. You have honey is also good for dry skin, is good for sensitive skin as well. Glycerin, aloe vera, it's several things, but just if you could tell me what area of the body is you're referring to, and if there's a specific product you're looking for, that would really help. Because the ones that I just named, you can also use those on your face, but depending on there's more oils and butters that are more, you know, effective for the face. And because our face is different from our bodies, if you know, you haven't, then yeah. But any other questions? How about hyaluronic acid for dry skin? Yes, hyaluronic acid is great for dry skin. It's a humectant as well. And we actually have, this is our serum, which has, I'll show it to you all and show it to them. It has hyaluronic acid, green tea, and aloe vera. And as I stated before, that aloe vera is a humectant. It's also hyaluronic acid is a humectant. So they're great with drawing moisture to the skin, hydrating the skin. And whenever you do use any water base to lock in the moisture, you always want to put a oil-based product after. So if you notice that you are using like aloe vera, hyaluronic acid, glycerin, anything that is water-based, and you're still your skin is still drying, it's because you need a sealant to lock in the hydration, to lock in the moisture, so that your skin can still be hydrated, you know, throughout the whole day. So don't just leave it at, you know, water-based, because even your hair, for example, so say you just wash your hair. So right after you wash your hair, what is the first thing you're going to do after you wash your hair? You know, you're going to apply something to it, because if you just wash your hair and just go out, you know, especially us melanated beings, we have different hair textures. So if we just apply water to our hair and walk out, you know, when it starts to the drying process, our hair is going to be, you know, it's going to lack moisture, because we didn't seal in the moisture. So it is important to always seal in the moisture. After every water-based product, you want to go in with a oil-based product to make sure that you're locking in everything that you put on your face. That is important. So knowing the order that you do, even for your body, not just for your face, even your body, everything, every part. So after you take a shower, you know, you go and you put on an oil-based product, so that your skin will be less likely to get dry. So, yes. Hope that answered your question. Let me check and see if the oil is melted now. Okay, so it's melting a little bit slow. My apologies, you all. My apologies. Don't want to hold you all up. But yeah, because after the oil melts, we still have to put it in the freezer, and that's going to take, you know, some time as well. So don't want to hold you all up. If you all have any more questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I want to answer them all. Oh, I was gonna show you all. How do I do that on here? I'm new to this, so please bear with me. Share a photo with your viewers. Okay. I wanted to show you all. Wait. Okay, so maybe, I don't even know if I still have it on here. So I can't show it that way, but I'll just show it through my iPad. Show you all the results from our Euphoric Elegance bundle. So this, I'll scoot it back so both of y'all can see. So this, show you, these was, you know, before using, because I was suffering from hormonal imbalance and it caused my skin to have a bad reaction. And then this is after, you know, eating good and having a good facial routine. So yeah, this is the bundle. We have our serum, which is what I just showed you with the aloe vera, green tea, and the hyaluronic acid. And then we have our facial cleanser, which now we actually have it in a different bottle. It's in this bottle because we were using plastic before, so we changed to use all glass. And then the last one is our moisturizer, which is actually what I showed you all earlier. It was the, I could show you again. This, when I showed you the turmeric, but yes. So how to make turmeric, what? I just came on your live. Yeah, so this is how to make our turmeric body scrub. We actually, you know, made it, was in the process of making it, but now it's just on the stove, doing a double boiling method. We are waiting for the butter to melt. I didn't turn the stove on before, but it is currently melting. So if you're wondering why you're, excuse me, if you're wondering why you're seeing, you know, my face instead of the products, it's because we're waiting for it to melt before we jump into the next phase. So, are you going to save this live? Unfortunately, we are not. It was this, this is just for those who are on the live. So, at the end of the live, we are giving our formulation, our full formula, because this is, you know, what we use. This is our formula that we sell on our website that, you know, has helped a lot of people get results. So we actually stated before, you know, scheduling this live that all who are on the live get the formulation. Yes, because, you know, we share a lot of our recipes already, and we actually have a full video on YouTube of two body scrubs, but instead of Himalayan salt, we are using oatmeal in those videos on our YouTube. So you can check those out. We did a turmeric one and we did activated charcoal, because activated charcoal, as you know, well, now you're gonna know, is for, you know, impurities. It helps to pull out all those toxins, whether it be blackheads. It helps with blackheads. Do you have an ebook? Yes, we do have an ebook on how to make body butters. It is $47, and we are coming out with another ebook. We're still deciding. Well, we're allowing you all to decide because we put up a poll on what is our next ebook we will be coming out with. Should it be a herbal, a one-on-one herbal ebook, how to start your own plant-based skincare ebook, or what's the options? I'll just read them to you. So the options are Okay, so it's Herbal 101, a beginner's guide to holistic beauty, natural skincare entrepreneur starter guide, the Glow Guide, natural skincare solutions for radiant skin, or the last one, which says From the Garden to Your Skin, 15 herbal skincare recipes. And so far, everyone is voting for the Herbal Skincare 101. So a beginner's guide to holistic beauty. So I want the measurements when I do skincare and hair herbs. Yeah, so in our body butter ebook, let me pull that up right quick, just so you can see how it looked. We offer, I believe, 15 recipes in there. 15, I believe it's 15 recipes. Body butter ebook. Okay, here it is. The body butter. The body butter guide. So it says Discover the Body Butter Guide by Yuhei Wahe, Imperial Herbal Skincare, a comprehensive ebook that teaches you how to create nourishing, plant-based body butters from the comfort of your own home. This guide offers detailed recipes, tips, and techniques for crafting body butters tailored to all skin needs. Perfect for beginners and skincare enthusiasts alike. You'll learn how to formulate whipped and emulsified body butters with natural skin-loving ingredients. This ebook will teach you everything you need to know to achieve your goals. It's for you if you're looking to master the art of crafting luxurious body butters, create products tailored to different skin types, or to elevate your skincare routine with plant-based ingredients. And then, elevate your skincare routine with luxurious handmade products designed to nourish and transform your skin. So this is our ebook. It is $47. We have, I will believe, 15 recipes in there. We have it's a video, one video in there that shows you how to make your own body butter. And it's another video that shows you how to use the batch calculator to convert the recipes into grams, ounces, and I want to say milliliters. So it has a step-by-step video to walk you through how to plug in each of the ingredients and to create, different batch sizes, because a lot of people ask for grams and ounces, but when we give you the percentages, that, for me, I would say that's better than giving it in ounces and grams, because if we give it to you ounces or grams or specific measurements, then if you want, say we give you it just for 20 ounces and you want to convert it and make a 300-ounce batch, then you would have to do it by hand, figure it out on your own. But when we give you the percentages, you can go into what they call a batch calculator, and even if you want to make 1 ounce, you put in each percentage for each ingredient, and it will calculate everything for you. You won't have to do anything by hand. You won't have to figure it out by hand. So I'll leave y'all for that. And you could just plug in everything. You could plug in literally each ingredient, and I'm just going to show you all, because it's so much easier than if I were to give you all getting measurements. So batch calculator. You just go to Whole Plus and then see how it says total batch volume. Yeah, so it's okay, so it's ounces, pounds, milliliters, and grams. So any ingredient, and how we give you the recipes on Instagram. Let me see. Let me just go to one of the recipes. This one, for instance. So you see how it says shea butter, 30%, cocoa butter, 22.6%, mango butter, 10%, calendula oil, 4%. So all you would do is go in here and type in all of the butters, and then, well, I'll just do it. Calendula. I'm going to just do 2 shea butter. So say you do 50% for each, and you want to make 10 ounces. Then you just press calculate. It'll calculate it for you. See, 5, even though, you know, that's pretty much common math. So let me change it. Let me make it a little different. Mango butter. Let's just plug in some numbers. 25. Vitamin E. Percent. Okay, so let's say we do that. Then you press calculate, okay? So after you calculate, this is batch calculator. Just go into Google and type in batch calculator. Oh, I just noticed it's backwards for you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna turn the camera around. Or is it okay this way? I want you all to see it, so I'm gonna turn the camera around so you all can get a better look at it. Okay. All right. Turn this camera around so y'all can see better. Bear with me, please. Okay. Actually, I'll just hold this one. Okay. So, see here. You make 10 ounces, and then it'll show you all of the ingredients. So, calendula, 5 ounces, shea butter, or if you prefer to do it in grams, it has it in grams. So then you go here and you put in 200. You want to make 2,000. And this helps so that when you make more, that your product is the same every time. You won't have to worry about your product not being as effective as it was the first time. It'll be the same every time you make it. So then you press calculate, and see, it'll give you everything you need. So this is why we give you all percentages rather than giving you individual ounces, because it's easier to just plug into a system and the formula will be the same every single time when you do decide to, you know, go bigger, go smaller, whatever you decide to do. It's easier to just plug it in than if I were to just give you the ounces. So that is why we give you all percentages rather than giving you all grams, because a lot of people have asked why we don't give it to you in grams. It's because we're helping you all essentially. We can't see. We can see through the iPad. No need for the new. Anyways, why are you okay with sharing your recipes? Because we want. It's not just about us. We want other people to be able to make their own products as well. And if they aren't able to make it, then they can buy from us. But the whole purpose isn't just to only have the whole purpose isn't to only for us to be able to have it, but for everyone else to have it as well. So that is why we share. Any other questions? So our oil is not melted. So I'm gonna show you all. Our oil. Bear with me. Bear with me, please. This could be. So. There you go. Our oil is melted. So we are going to take that off there. Ooh, that's hot. Okay. Didn't expect it to be. Turn it off. Okay. So after we take that off, we are going to put this in the refrigerator. So, all right. So we're going to put this in the refrigerator, the freezer, so it can melt down into a good solid form. So it's going to be a little bit longer, and then we will show you the final steps. So we'll be right back. So we actually decided, instead of put it in the freezer. How do you feel about adding essential oils? Instead of putting it in the freezer, we're gonna do a water bath. So a water bath, this consists of taking some ice and putting your, what butter did you melt? So we melted shea butter. The recipe calls for shea butter, hemp oil, jojoba, rosehip oil, and emulsifying wax. So that's the oils and butter that we melted. But instead of us doing put it in the freezer, we're just gonna do an ice bath. So an ice bath is when you take ice cubes and you just put the bowl right on top. Okay. To make sure it is surrounded with ice. And then you can just start mixing it and it'll start to solidify. Just so that you all can see, you know, the process. Because if it's in the freezer, you all won't really be able to see what the different stages are. So I'm gonna get a stick blender. Okay. So I'll just stick blender. I'll be right back after I get the stick blender. Okay. We are back. Had to. Okay, so it says, how do you feel about adding essential oils or fragrant oils? So, as far as fragrance oils, we don't use those, but essential oils, we use those because they are extracted from herbs and other, you know, herbs, or sometimes like wind. But essential oils that are natural, so we use those. But fragrance oils, we don't use. We don't use fragrance oils. But for this cold bath, we will just keep mixing it until we start to see the consistency of it change. We'll just continue to blend. You can use a stick blender, or you can use a mixer, a hand mixer. We just use a stick blender because we find it easier. See how it's changing colors? Starting to solidify. So this part is optional. If you don't want to go through all of this and put it under, put it on an ice bath, you can just pop it in the freezer and wait for it to solidify. But because you know we're doing it on live, putting it in the refrigerator, you can't really, you know, that'll take longer. And we just want you to see the different phases that it goes through. See, it's starting to get that solid, buttery texture. So. Let me see what you all saying. Let's see if there's any questions. Okay, no questions. Alright. Let's go back to mixing. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. So we're gonna put in our additives, which was turmeric, honey, lemon, licorice root, and vitamin E. So since you all stay on for this long, we are going to, you know, show you all the formula. So for those who are on, Please let me know when you screenshot the formula. You know, just comment saying done, got it. If you have any questions, let me know. Let me know when you screenshot it. And I'll show it again at the end, just so you don't get it. Okay, you all learn. Here's the formula. Please let me know when you got it. Okay, well, I'll show it again, just in case someone didn't get it. You guys are not even letting me know if you got it. But I'll continue on. Oh, yeah, see, there it goes. Liquidy on this edge. We're almost done. Then we're just gonna pour the goodness, why do I keep on? We're gonna pour the salt in the mixture once it gets a little bit more solidified. And when you pour the salt, you don't want to, or whatever exfoliant you decide to use. Oh, also, if you all for those who did get the recipe, make sure if you took a screenshot or if you wrote it down, make sure to put on the recipe that however much of the recipe you make, to put equal parts of your exfoliant. So as the recipe said 20 ounces, you want to put 20 ounces of your exfoliant. So how much ever of your 1%. Good thing I saw that. How much ever of the recipe you use, the base, you want to put the same amount of exfoliant. Equal parts. Okay. See, thickening up. Okay. But please make sure to include that on the recipe. Equal parts of your exfoliant. Equal parts, okay? Excuse me. That was the shape of it. Every part. Okay. So let me know. Oops. Make sure you can see. Okay. So as you see, it's getting thick, thicker. Let's see. Nice and thick, okay? So we can keep. We want to get a more premier consistency. You gotta see how creamy it is. But we want to get a little bit more creamy. Okay. Let's get the rest of this in here. We want to make sure that we get all of that. Just so y'all can see. I'm just scraping out what is left in here. So, got that. Okay, so we want to get it a little bit thicker than that. Oh, okay. Hold on. Before we do that, good thing I remembered. You want to add your preservative. So for this one, we will be using GeoGuard as our preservative. Where did I put the scale? Where did I put the scale? Bear with me. How did I lose the scale? Oh, it's right there. Okay. So we will be using GeoGuard. I'm actually gonna put some of this aside because just how it is looking. This is gonna be a beautiful body butter, and you can actually use this formula for dual properties. It can just be, this alone can just be a fading butter. You don't even have to add the exfoliant. So I'm really giving you all basically 2 recipes, because you can use this base as just a body butter, a fading butter, and you can use it as a body scrub. So whichever one you do decide to use, it can be 2 products. So yeah, that's great. That is great. And you want to make sure that you mix in the preservative really extremely well. Because it will be a body scrub and you're introducing it to water, you want to make sure that the preservative properly dispersed into all the ingredients and is extremely emulsified and immersed into the product. Make sure you scrape the sides, get everything in there, everything mixed in. And just so you know, it can thicken up a little bit more, we can put it back on our water bath. The preservative we use is Geogard 221. So at this point, we can start to incorporate our exfoliant because, you know, it is thick enough for you to, you can wait until it gets a little thicker if you want, but this is, you know, a good thickness. But before we do that, I am going to put some of this in another bottle because, as I said, this can be used for dual purpose. It can be used as a body butter and a body scrub. So I'm just going to take that and put some of it to this jar, and it will thicken up over time. Okay, so I see a little bit of chunks in there. You can go in and mix it up some more. So that's what I'm gonna do. And this already smells so good. Okay. So I'm gonna mix it up just a little bit more. Just so we can get those tiny little because, you know, done it several times, so I pretty much know the consistency that I'm going for when I do add the exfoliant in there. So, and as I said, you don't want to just pour all of the exfoliant in there because you want to kind of gauge it, even though you know we're going to be pouring, the recipe called for 60 ounces, but you don't want to just pour the whole thing in there. You want to gradually add it in there. So you see, and this is Himalayan salt because we don't use sugar anymore. And it's different different exfoliants. You can use oatmeal, you can use Dead Sea salt, you can use sea salt, you can use jojoba beads, you can use Epsom salt, black walnut hull. It's black walnut hull shells. It's a lot of exfoliants on the markets that you can use other than sugar. But this is the best one, along with, you know, sea salt and other Epsom salts that we find is still good and still cost effective. So you see how it is starting to get that consistency. But we want to add some more, and we're going to still mix it up with the stick blender. But for now, I'm just mixing it by hand. Okay, it's getting that consistency. Right, we're going to put in a little bit more. Nice consistency. This is a body scrub, turmeric body scrub. Thank you. Hallelujah, that's so nice. Might add a little bit more. Just some herbs, okay. Okay. So I'm gonna show you all show you all the recipe again. Go ahead and screenshot it. Let me know when you got it. And what did I want to say? When you are making this recipe, make sure to write down that it's equal part exfoliant that it is to the body butter. So you see how we made 20. Oops. You got this. Don't mind my fingers. But you see how we made 20 ounces of 20 ounces of the base. So you will add in 20 ounces of your exfoliant. So if you're using sugar, you use 20 ounces of sugar. If you're using salt, you use 20 ounces of salt. If you're using Epsom salt, whatever you choose to use, just make sure that it is the same amount of your base. So if you want to make a base, you want to use the same formula and you use 50 ounces, make sure that you put 50 ounces of your exfoliant. Please let me know if you understand. If not, I can go more into detail. And I hope all of you all were able to capture the recipe. If not, let me know. So this is how it is looking. You can always add more of your exfoliant, but this is just how much that we add. You can always add more, less, depending on what you're going for. But yes, this is how we make our turmeric scrub. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you all want me to show you how to use it, I can. Just let me know. But basically, I'll just show you guys. So basically, we already have water right here. So you want to use it on damp skin. Damp skin, wet skin is the best. So I'm gonna put it in a container. So I'm gonna use it on. Would the recipe posted? No, it's only for the live. So if you're on the live, you get the recipe. It will not be posted. Well, it won't be posted on Instagram. But yeah. So, and it will thicken up. I can show you how it looks once it does thicken up, because it's still in the process of becoming completely solidified. So it's still a little oily, I would say. But this is how it looks when it solidifies. And just for the sake of it, I can show you all. So this is how it looks when it does solidify. And let me show people how it looks. This is how the product looks when it solidifies. That is how it looks. So versus this, you know, a more softer texture, it's not going to stay like that. It's going to solidify and become more. But you see how good it is just on the hands itself, you see how much shine it gets, and it's not even washed off yet. Make sure to show both of them. How much shine in the hands. It's very gentle. It's not abrasive. But yes, that is how we make the scrub. And as I said before, you can use it for dual purposes. Because I saved some before we put it. I saved it and transferred it into a jar. And you can use this as a fading dark spot butter. Before you put the sugar in, you can transfer it to a jar and it could be dual purpose. Oh, EW, my apologies. EW in the recipe is emulsifying wax. So emulsifying wax is what binds the oils and waters, because we did use water in this phase. So you need emulsifying wax and you need a preservative when you are using waters and oils together. So please let us know if you have any more questions. I can just feel the smoothness of the skin from this. Yeah, it does. It definitely does get your skin smooth. It feels good. And it smells good too. Oh, and on the recipe, it says lemon. So if you want to add another fragrance oil, or not fragrance oil, essential oil, you can just do, so it says lemon is 1.5. So you just split it in half and you could do 2 essential oils instead of, well, I'm going to rewrite it for you all so it can be clear. Give me one moment. So just so it can be clear, I'm going to write it out for you all. So shea butter, put turmeric, scrub. Oh, let me change it so you all can see what I'm writing. Okay. Don't mind them. I'll just bring it all closer. So turmeric scrub, and then it says shea butter. So shea butter. 34% hemp oil. 24%. Emulsifying wax. 7%. Okay, and also for the emulsifying wax, it depends on the emulsifying wax you buy. So I'll put that depends on you buy, because some of them will say 5%, like it'll give you a percentage on what to use. Rosehip oil. %. Turmeric. Okay. Turmeric. This is extract. 2%. So this can be an extract or it can be a powder. Okay. Then licorice root. Okay, licorice root. Then you have lemon, essential oil. And or you can do if you want, you could change out this, or you can split it up and do half, whichever you prefer. And also for your preservative, you, we use Yogurt 221, like I said, but if you use any other preservative, you have to do your research, because different preservatives do have different amounts of the percentage that it goes up to, and you have to know for every formula what amount of preservative you have to use so that it won't go bad. So this is the formula for the base. So I'm going to write down here that how much you put in your base is how much exfoliant you will use. So I'm going to put example 40 ounces base equals 40 ounce exfoliant. And if you want to change it, it can you can change it. It doesn't have to be the equal amount, but we just use equal amount for our formula. So this is the formula. Please let us know if you have any questions. If you need anything explained, we will explain it. Shalom. How are you doing? I know it's a little wobbly because I'm holding it in my hand. How often should this be used? Okay, so you want to only exfoliate at a maximum 2 times per week, because you can damage your skin if you over exfoliate. So you want to make sure that you don't exfoliate more than twice a week. But you want to make sure that you do exfoliate, because it's helping to remove all the dead skin, and it's helping to give you that clean slate that you need when you do apply your skincare products. So for example, before you use something, you clean it. What do you mean? You still have to use it. Do you prefer extract over powder? I do prefer extract over powder, but you can still use powder. And because it is an exfoliant, if you do use powder, it will give you more of that grainy texture. So I do believe that powder is actually good for scrubs, but I just use extracts because it's more potent, and it reaches it goodness, I'm having it's faster. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Powders are good. Ooh, the vibe is a vibe. Oh goodness. Any more questions? This is the formula. And I could show you all. Oh my goodness. I can show you with the lemon, if you split it in half. What was the other half? So sometimes we'll put bergamot as an essential oil. Why did I just drop it like that? Do you do classes? No, we actually don't do classes. We want to start doing classes. We have to account for it, because this right now I only make the products, and I do have a son, so I have other priorities, like making sure that I'm built up spiritually. So I'm not at the capacity. I don't have the capacity to do it right now, but that's what I'm doing YouTube right now. You said you added water. Please, at what phase do you do that? No, we didn't add water. Technically, just water to it, but we have water-based products. So the extract was water, the licorice root and turmeric, they have a water substance, because when you do extracts, you could put like different tinctures. You'll put what do they put? Glycerin, apple cider vinegar, different things. So they contain a water content, but it's not, we didn't put water directly into it, if that's what you're asking. Okay. So this is how it is looking. Oh, see, it's thickening up. Yeah. That's that good texture. This is, I really like sugar scrubs. Like, not sugar scrubs, body scrubs. I really don't know, like, as far as my favorite products, because they're just all so good. How jars will that make? How many jars will this make? 20 ounces. It depends on your size of jars. So We normally use 8-ounce jars, which is about this size. Oh wait, no, it's not about that size. That's actually a 7-ounce jar. But we use 8-ounce jars, so this is 8 ounce. 8 ounces. We didn't use sugar. We used Himalayan salt. Himalayan salt. So yes, so this is how it looks. Any other questions? Oh, okay, so how many? Thank you. I'm blessed to be able to help anyone. It is a blessing. So hallelujah. All glory goes to the Heavenly Father. And I really want to do more lives just showing you all how to make products. So maybe I can just show you all step by step how to make different products if that's something you're interested in until we, can do classes. So before we end it, is there any more questions that you all have? Any more questions? We would love that. Okay, can this scrub be used on the face? So I wouldn't put this on the face because on the face salt can be a bit abrasive. So if you want to use it for your face, you can change the salt for oatmeal because that is better. It's more suitable for your face other than salts because it can be abrasive. So any other questions? Ready by the turmeric extract? Okay, so this extract we got from New Directions, and I'll just show you the website. New Directions. They give you a lot. Do you use the normal instant oatmeal? You use oats. I don't know if I said oatmeal. I meant to say oats. My apologies. So this is the website. Let me show you all too. So this is the website that we get our turmeric from and our other body butters. So this is a good website. See, they have exfoliants too. If you are interested, pumice stone, apricot shells, jojoba beads. But these ones are a little bit more expensive. But jojoba beads are also, you can use those for the face because they're not as abrasive. What was on here? Oh, not food extracts. I'm just typing in turmeric because they give you a lot. We bought our turmeric last year. Oh, excuse me, can't see. So we bought our turmeric from them last year. Right here. I think, did we get 8 pounds? I'm not sure how much we got of it, but we still have a lot of it left. So when you do get, it's best if you're making a lot to buy in bulk. But if you're not, 3 ounces is $13. And this is actually a reputable source. So I would refer you all to them. Okay, or you can just get a powder form. But yes, this is how it looks. This is how it is looking. Any more questions before we end? Thank you all for joining and asking questions and giving your feedback. It is really helpful. Really, really helpful. Right, this is how the body scrub looks. It looks so good. Do they also have powder form? Yes, they do have powder form. Let's see. I think they have powder form. If not, turmeric butter. Okay, so they might not have powder form, but you can just get some turmeric from your local grocery store. Your local grocery store, any Caribbean store, an Indian store. They have really good turmeric scrub that's actually of high quality. Any of those kind of stores, if you're gonna get it from a local grocery store, I would say go to somewhere that is more, they have more organic, and make sure that you look at the ingredients, because some of them contain like citric acid, or what's the other one? It's like, it starts with a D. I can't remember it from memory, but or it's like silicone dioxide or something like that. But when you are buying them, make sure that it is 100% turmeric. So yes, this is how this scrub is looking. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining and watching as we make this. Okay, I'm gonna say shalom, peace, and blessings to you all. I hope that you have a great day. Well, the cooking turmeric. Yes, turmeric it has various properties. It's not just for cooking. You can use it for different things. You can also take turmeric because it helps with the gut. Shalom. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. And let me all know, what would you like to see next? So if you want to send me a DM, you can, or whatever you prefer. Just let me know what you want to see, because I do want to make more lives catered to you all, so let me know. So shalom, shalom, peace and blessings. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you again. Bye. Okay. So I still got people on YouTube. Just want to show you all this before. Show you all how it looks before I say goodbye. Lovely. All right. Peace and blessings. Hope you all enjoyed the live. Thank you for staying along and watching and asking all the wonderful questions. Bye.